Hey, what's going on, guys? We are here at our church that we grew up at, and we just want to take y'all on a little tour and walk you through the classrooms and all that, so y'all can see what we went through in our classes that we grew up in. So come on. All right, so this is our entrance that we walked through, or I went through most of the time.
No, I went through there on Sunday mornings. Worship on Sunday mornings, Sunday nights, and Wednesday evening.
So this is our church family here. Pictures, and then we got the missionary stuff. Some cool display, a mat from, what is it? Some of the Christians in Samoa. And that's always been up there since I've been here.
So as you know, Raph and I grew up at the same church congregation, and this is where we used to come and worship every Sunday together for years. And we didn't know we were worshiping with our future spouses.
And these pews used to be red, and carpet used to be red.
Burgundy.
Whatever. Burgundy, red.
See, how many pews did you sit away from me? Where did y'all sit? Like right here?
No, we sat up here.
Okay, right here?
Oh, right here. Yeah, this one.
This one right here?
Used to sit right down. My dad used to sit right here. I used to sit with my dad most of the time. And then Reggie and
The rest of your family?
Yeah, my mom.
So let's
I
see.
guess my mom was sitting next to my dad. Something like that. We would.
Yeah, so y'all had assigned seats?
No, we didn't have assigned seats.
Okay.
But we sat this pew.
So, how many pews were you sitting away from your wife
Well, when y'all sitting
for years?
4 pews up or something?
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, 4 seats away from your wife, you sat for years. Okay, so I used to sit here on these 2 pews, back and forth. Sometimes I would get in trouble because my grandmother would sit here. She's the fun grandmother. But then her parents, my great-grandparents, who I live with majority, would sit here. And I was with her on the weekends and play, and so we would get in trouble and have to sit up here. But it was always fun.
Yeah, they're always bad.
We were not bad.
We sat our I-do's right at this spot right here.
No, we weren't down there. We were up here.
Somewhere right here. Yep. This spot. We
should probably kiss.
So these flags are everywhere that we've sent missionaries to. And so this is a good encouragement. Like when you walk in here, you can see all these flags. And this is the mission of the church.
So this is the nursery, and I think both Raph and I, went through the nursery, this same nursery, for all the little kiddos, and it was cool when I brought back our kids to come in here. This is another classroom. There are lots of memories. I remember this sandbox. I used to sneak in here and play with. Oh, there it is! Look at me trying to play with it still. But yeah, I used to sneak in here after church and play with the sandbox. So I don't think Raph really got down like that. So this class was, I think, like the 6th and 7th grade class. And this is where I was first introduced to the last leaders. And we had, a couple of young men with myself, and then there was a really older guy. Mr. Homer?
Mr. Homer, listen, and he even did like Centurion scripture and said like a lot of scriptures in a row, and he was like, I don't even know how old he was, but he, did a lot more scriptures than we did. Okay, so this was the 4th through 6th grade class when I was growing up, and this is where I first got introduced to leaderettes. And got to do convention speech and stuff like that. It was just really fun participating in a program and like
getting to learn about God in a fun way and how to share His word in a fun way.
So this is the classroom. It's the older class. I think it was like 10th through 12th grade. And so we learned more about, presenting speeches and, doing Bible Bowl and the mass media. And so this was a good classroom. A lot of memories because the guys, you form like a brotherhood basically. It was just the guys in here, and it was just a really good experience to grow up and to learn, and talking about practical stuff, everyday stuff, and
that everybody was going through. It was cool.
Right. So thankful that we had this experience because it made me to who I am today. All right, so this classroom is a 4th through 6th grade, and a lot of memories here because this is where classroom that I'd already been thinking about becoming a Christian, but this is the classroom I was like, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna do it. This was Sunday morning, I was here, and we talked about like baptism and all, and then on Sunday morning the sermon as well, he talked about baptism and all that, and so I was like, I gotta do it. So I went up front that Sunday morning, but there's a lot of good memories, a lot of good teachers in here on Wednesday night and on Sunday morning, but they still got the same little pulpit thing. What do you call these things?
Podium.
And so a lot of memories here because you learn to lead. We did a little devotional. Everybody had a devotional to do on Wednesday night.
So this is where we used to eat. One time there was a tornado around here. I remember we all came downstairs and we were singing down here. And another cool moment, Raph and I realized we were there at the same time. This is actually the place that Raph and I first talked in person when we started liking each other. So we were right over there. I'll show it right over there.
On trash can?
Yes. And we were talking, I forgot what we said, but it was pointless conversation, but it's probably the best conversation starter. But anyways, this is where we would fellowship and just have fun and eat and talk and get to know one another. And so this is where it was at.
All right, so we hope y'all enjoyed the little tour.
Blast to the past.
Yeah, we had a lot of memories just walking through here, but we're glad that we could show y'all. And it's okay that if you don't have any type of memories of you going to the church or whatever, but what you can do is start now. You can create that legacy for your children so they can have great memories and have good friendships of people that they grow up with. But it's all about being involved with the church family because, it's the majority, I guess, the part of our life that we can lean on, and we know that, God's there for us, they're there for us, so we're never gonna have any issues or problems because we have that good support.
Yeah, I'll second that. Like, church family is so important. You can call it your church, but if you call it your church family, it's just means so much more. We just want to encourage you to dive in. A lot of times people will say, I don't like going to church and worshiping God with strangers, or, there's just so many things and excuses you can make, but really it's just if giving yourself all to God and the church family who's also trying to give theirself to God. And sometimes people feel like they don't connect with somebody, but it's because all you know about the person is where they sit in church. It's so important that you attend as many things as you can with your church family and basically build that relationship and get to know who they are on a daily basis.
It's just like being at school. You don't hang around just your school friends at school. You want to go out and hang out at the movies or at the mall or something. That's the same thing here at the congregation or church family. Not just worshiping together, but also getting to know each other, going to each other's houses and
living through life together.
Yeah. So that's what makes it worth it and build really, lifelong friendships.
So God knows how important the church family is, and fellowshipping and being with your church family as much as possible, because in Hebrews 10:25, it says, not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together as the manner of some, but exhorting one another, and so much more as you see the day approaching. So we just want to encourage you to dive in and give yourself, all of yourself, to God and the church family, and
you're going to have a much better life, I think, and you're going to, love life differently and not have anything to worry about, because I know that God's going to take care of us, and we have our church family to lean on.
that is so true.
All right, we'll see y'all next time. Love you, appreciate you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It would really mean a lot to us.
Be the light.